But first, Roger begins with a summer holdover teenage film, just when we thought it was safe to go back into the movie theaters.
There's an old legend in show business, Gene, that you'll never have a hit if you put the word death or dead in the title. Well, that's not always the case. For example, look at Night of the Living Dead or Death of the Salesman. But it's certainly true about a new comedy named Better Off Dead, which has one of the most appropriate titles I've heard in a long time. The movie stars John Cusack, the impressive young actor from The Sure Thing, in a plot that is recycled straight out of a dozen other teenage movies, including The Sure Thing. He loves the wicked blonde girl, but the smart brunette loves him. Here's a scene where his suicide plans are interrupted by his mother.
Matches.
Oh, Lane, where have you been? We've all been waiting for you. You come and sit right down here. Have you met Monique?
Hi.
Now, in honor of our special guest, I've created dinner Mondu. First, we have French fries and French dressing and French bread. And to drink, ta-da, Peru.
Jenny Meyer, you really do go to the outer limits to make an impression.
Excusez-moi, où sont les toilettes?
What does that mean?
S'il vous plaît. I think she wants to use the bathroom. It's down the hall, second door, on the left.
Jennifer, this is fabulous liqueur. Reminds me of the moonshine Ricky's dead pappy used to make. God bless him. No, wait.
Thrilling.
That was Diane Franklin as the foreign exchange student there, and David Ogden Stiers is the father, and Kim Darby was the mother. Remember her from True Grit? The movie's not entirely without its ambitions. It wants to create a through-the-looking-glass view of a suburban family which can never quite get things right. For example, the newspaper boy specializes in throwing the paper through the garage window.
How many times do we see that?
I think about 9 times.
Yeah, that's about right.
And then when they get the window fixed, they pushes the button and the door goes down and the window breaks again, which you could have bet your last dollar on. Maybe the raw ingredients are there in this movie for a funny black comedy about suburbia, but Better Off Dead never, ever finds the right note, and this is one of those movies where you sit there saying, not only do I know what's going to happen, but it's going to be so boring that I won't even be amused by the fact that I knew it was going to happen.
I have almost nothing to say about the film other than it is, I've seen it, I know I saw it, I've tried to not remember as much as possible. You mentioned the garage scene. I just want to repeat to people, I mean, this is the pattern of the film.
Yeah.
You see the window broken once, you see it broken twice, you see it broken 3 times. That's the whole pattern of the movie. What did this director think was funny? That we would think it would be funny that when we didn't think that it was going to break, that it did break?
Well, for example,
doesn't that director realize that we all know it's going to break again? And doesn't that director realize that that's stupid and that he makes himself look
for example,
stupid?
the whole idea of the newspaper carrier, just to take one little element in the film, this kid who rides by every day breaking the window is even in the last shot of the movie as if he is some kind of Fellini-esque alter ego.
Don't use the word Fellini anywhere near this film.
I'm sorry. I really must apologize to Fellini and to Eugene for doing that. This is a real bad movie, and I think you put your finger right on it when you said you could barely remember it. If I had totally forgotten it, I'd be a happy man.
Very good. New definition of a bad